One of the activities in our course is the creation of an online naturalist journal. The purpose of the assignment is to get you outdoors into your local habitat, connecting the dots hopefully between what we're learning in class and where you live. I want you to understand that you have a habitat that you live in, and as we'll see over the course, the Greater Houston area has some of the most interesting and diverse ecosystems in Texas and in the United States. So about every 6 weeks, you're going to have an assignment, a journal assignment that's a part of that week's instruction. The assignments will come from My Texas Eco Journal. That's the site we're looking at here. This is a project that my wife and I developed last summer for environmental science courses. I want to give you about a 5-minute introduction to the site, and then I want to show you in our online course where you'll find the assignments. So first, let's talk a little bit about naturalist journals. These have been around for hundreds of years, and you don't have to be a professional scientist to keep one. You just have to be interested in the natural world and willing to document it. These traditionally were pen and paper journals, and they were shared with friends or family, or sometimes, like we see in this picture here, they were published and available to the general public. My Texas Eco Journal takes the traditional idea of the naturalist journal and brings it into the 21st century. And so, as you'll see, for these assignments, you're going to get to use your tablet if you have one, your digital camera, and probably for most of us, what I used for most of the examples that I give is your smartphone. I've got an iPhone 3GS, so you don't have to have a real current phone. Most of these will do the trick. So let's take a look at some of the assignments and see exactly what you'll be doing. Note that these have a particular order on the site, but it's not particularly the order that we'll be doing them in the course, so pay attention in the week's unit instruction to see which one it is that you'll actually be doing for that week. So we're going to look at ecosystems because I know that is the first one that we're going to do in the course. And all of these assignments have a common format. There's an introduction, there's the actual assignment, and then there's the example. I want you to note in the assignment that you usually have a choice of different types of mediums that you can use to complete it. You don't just have to use photographs or audio recordings or video recordings. This should be a creative assignment where you can choose what you think is the appropriate way to capture your walk or your trip that you take and document it for us. And so I want you to be thinking about, when you are completing these assignments, for you, what you think is the medium that you want to use. I also understand that you may be limited in what kind of camera or smartphone or device that you have, and so you may not be able to do all of these. And so certainly take advantage of the options to choose one that's in a format that you'll be able to complete the assignment for. So notice that each one of these assignments will also have an example. And so remember, again, you have the creative choice to do the assignment in the format that you think is appropriate. If I give an example of an audio recording, you don't have to do an audio recording. So the purpose of these is just to give you some sense of how the assignment might be completed. More specific guidelines can be found under the journal guidelines that are linked on every assignment. These provide general guidelines for all journal entries, and then more specific guidelines for the audio, photograph, or video type of submission. So make sure that you read through those and understand them. The last thing I want to show you under resources is, so once you capture the recording of the photograph, you're going to need to get it from your device to the computer and then up onto the site. And so that can kind of be involved. I think most of us through Facebook and other social media sites have learned how to do that. The resources section provides you with some software that's good for Mac or for Windows that shows you specifically what you can use to meet the requirements of the assignment. And so most of these are free or open source. Um, you don't need to worry about the web hosting. That's mainly for teachers that are using the site and need some way to host the assignment. We'll be doing all the assignment submissions within the course. And so let's take a look real quick in our course and see what a journal assignment, where you'll find a journal assignment and what it will look like. So under week 1, unit 1, ecosystem interactions, we'll see here that at the end of the topics, there's a link to the My Texas Eco Journal assignment, and you'll see that it provides you with a link specifically to the assignment. So that's the link that you'll use to get to the journal for that week. You'll complete the assignment, and then through the assignment tool, it'll take you to the blog where you will actually upload and submit your entry for that week. So that's it. This should be a fun, creative, challenging assignment. I think hopefully by the end of the course you will be amazed at what you found in your local habitat, and that you'll think more highly about the local environment around you. So, all right, good luck.